Okay, it's time for my favorite Disney World this game, Symphony of Sorcery. Now, this is the first video I'm doing commentary on since E3 was presented. Those Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers for Frozen and stuff dropped. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. I don't like Frozen. Yeah, it was inevitable, but, you know. I still kind of have my fingers crossed that maybe it wouldn't happen, but oh well. But it's nice to see Larxine's back, even though she's wasted on the Frozen world. And my little Repaku theory is officially completely shot down, because he appeared in the trailer. Yeah. And Aqua got Norded, which is... I'm actually kind of happy about that, because maybe now she'll actually be an interesting character, huh? Yeah, which... yeah, maybe. For once, she'll actually be interesting. I mean, not like any of the other Birth by Sleep characters is very interesting, but at least, like, Terra was entertaining because of how fucking stupid he was, so at least he was, like, you could just laugh at how much of an idiot he was, but Ventus and Aqua, yeah, not very, not exactly the most interesting Kingdom Hearts characters. Yeah, and I keep fucking up here. I don't think I get I don't get a gold here, I don't think. Like, not on screen, at least. Yeah. Oh yeah, but I am really excited about the Pirates of the Caribbean world. I knew it would make a good visit. The whole Davy Jones with his heart out of his, you know, his heart in a box thing. Like, I knew that would fit so well with the series. Oh wow, I got gold, really? Huh. But yeah, I was pretty surprised to see that coming back, and I'm pretty excited for it. The graphics look so much better, and Luxord's back. That's now confirmed. The only organization member missing is Demix now. And I'm sure he'll appear at some point. Yeah, it would be kind of weird to include Marluxia, Larxene, Luxord, but not him, you know? Yeah, and this is, yeah, again, this is the Fantasia world. I was kind of surprised they did a world based off of this movie. You know, it's not exactly the most, you know, doesn't really have any story to it, really. It's like a lot of small stories, really. But this world isn't very, world... Oh, yeah, and there's that magical... What is he, a pelican? That guy again. Yeah, even though this is, like, where we defeat him, I don't think he, like... Sora even brings up the World Ends With You characters after he defeats him. Which I find kind of odd, but whatever. Yeah, and this is a little bit of another oddity, is that like, Yen Sid's tower is part of this world, even though it's a dream world, so I'm not sure how this really works, but... Oh well. Huh. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, this is my favorite Disney World in this game. I guess, even though it doesn't have too much story, it's just, okay, find a, you know, what is it, like a good idea, or whatever they call it. Yeah, that didn't work. Even though that's, like, really the only plot points. Oh, just get... Oh, sound idea. Get a sound idea. I just still enjoy it a lot. I guess because there's, like, very few downsides to the world. Like, there's no, like, oh, man, that was really fucking stupid. You know, they butchered the story. Blah, blah, blah. That sort of thing.
Apprentice? Wait, am I in some world where the king was still in training?
But he's in Jensen's tower. How? I seriously don't understand how this works.
What's wrong?
What? Oh, I'm Sora, the, apprentice of, Hey, listen, your I gotta stop that. Mickey,
oh, Sora. When will you learn?
But it's no use. Monsters possess that music.
Oh no, not the music. He's dishing out horrible, satanic rock and roll music. It'll corrupt the youth. Those evil plans.
Okay, where do I get a sound idea?
What? You'll find one for me?
Well, yeah, I will, but it'll cost you.
Thank you.
I hope you have a lot of money.
Huh? Did you say something?
Yeah, so is he not a king at this point?
Long story.
I don't know. When did he become king? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Ooh. Yeah, so the real world is like within the music sheets. I don't really know how that works, but whatever. And then you just go to Fantasia worlds. There's not much story, so I get a sound idea. But it's just like the environments look really good, and there's some fun little gimmicks going on that I appreciate. Yeah, they must have, I have to admit, they were kind of scraping at the bottom of the barrel for some of the worlds in this game. Like, I like Fantasia, but I don't know. And it's my favorite, again, it's my favorite Disney world in this game, but I don't know. It felt kind of desperate, almost. Same with the Musketeer worlds. Like, really? That world of all worlds? Like, that movie? You really, like, really, again, scraping at the bottom of the barrel here, you know? How is this even going to help him with his Keyblade training, anyway? Like carrying, you know, getting water and stuff. Huh. Okay, that's nice. What the hell? What do you do? Yeah, why did the Dream Eater come here to begin with? I don't know. It seemed like he just wanted to be a dick. The pelican thing. I think he's called Spelican, something like that. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I did mention this before, but originally, Sora was going to go into, like, Fantasia environments, and Riku was going to be in environments closer to Fantasia 2000. Yeah, I was just showing off, because that's one of the cool gimmicks of this world, is there's no audio. Or, I mean, there's no, like, vocals from Sora or anything. It's all just music. Yeah, and when you hit the opponents, little musical scores ring out. I thought that was a pretty neat idea. You know, really, you know, I thought it was pretty clever that they decided to do this. Because, you know, it's Fantasia, it's music, there's not really any dialogue, you know, during the, you know, musical parts, so I thought it was pretty cool. And the, you know, the reality shift is like a rhythm game, basically, so it kind of matches up with that too, like the whole musical thing. I like that. You know, and again, there's not much in terms of story, but on the other hand, that means there also isn't any story for them to butcher, like with the Hunchback of Notre Dame world, for instance, or any like they had to like rush through. Be like, oh, okay, this hour and a half movie, gotta get it done in 20 minutes, you know, that sort of thing. Ooh, big chest, big chest. I think I get glide, isn't it? Yeah, glide. Yeah, a little bit late, but you know, whatever. Already got super glide. Yeah, I don't remember what like Fantasia like piece this is based off of. I assume this is based off of one specific, you know, song from the Fantasia. I haven't seen the Fantasia movie for a bit, for a while, so I can't remember all the every specific little piece there. So I know that one area that Sora visits is like based off of that like stuff with like the centaur, and there's like the Greek gods fucking things that like Zeus gets really pissed for some reason, starts, you know, fucking up with everybody because he's an asshole, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's like the only one I can really, and then of course Chernobyl and Riku's side, but those are really the only ones I can remember off the top of my head. Because again, it's been a while since I've seen Fantasia. Not exactly a movie I like to go back and rewatch a lot, because I mean, it's like it's good. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's not like any story really or characters or anything. So it's music, which is fine, but that's all it is, and good visuals. I don't know. I mean, I probably should go back and rewatch it someday. It actually is pretty entertaining. Got some good shit. Yeah, because I think Fantasia was supposed to be kind of more, like, a little bit aimed more for adults. More for, than for kids. And they were gonna, I think they were gonna release, like, a whole bunch more, but it didn't make enough money, so they kind of dropped the idea. Oh well. I mean, I guess I can kind of see why it wouldn't make too much money, you know. I don't know. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it, but again, it doesn't have a lot of, again, I guess, Disney was, you know, mostly for kids to begin with, or, no, I guess, I don't know, because cartoons kind of started out for, like, a whole family sort of thing. Like, in, like, the earliest days of cartoons, from what I understand, they were supposed to be for, like, the whole family. It wasn't geared just towards kids. It was supposed to be for adults too, because it was just the novelty of animation. You know, such a the new thing. Like, oh wow, moving like cartoons. This is so odd. You know, like anyone can enjoy it. So I'm not sure if like by the time like Snow White came about, I'm not sure if that was still the case. I think it probably was. But I'm just not positive on that. Yeah, I'm not very good at rhythm games. Of course, the better you do in the rhythm games, the more damage you do to the enemies. But again, not very good at rhythm games, so. Even small little mini games like that. Yeah, I actually think it probably would have been kind of interesting if they did the whole Fantasia 2000 thing for Riku. Even though it's not quite as like remembered as Fantasia is, and you know, like I think I've seen it once, but I can't remember anything about Fantasia 2000 at all. Like I can't remember too much from Fantasia, but I can barely remember anything from 2000. I think there was that like Phoenix thing. There was like a big fire Phoenix. Was that 2000? I think it was. Like some like forest spirit got chased by like some big fiery like lava bird thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was 2000. Yeah, I think it was. And I guess if they didn't include, yeah, I think like probably a lot of fans would have been annoyed if they didn't include Chernobog in a Fantasia world. Though I honestly disagree with having this Chernobog here, because the fight was a lot less cool than it was in Kingdom Hearts 1, honestly. And it wasn't as big. Like that was kind of half the novelty of having Chernobog in Kingdom Hearts 1, is that no one saw it coming. You know, like for the first time playing through the game, no one suspected Chernobog was gonna appear. I know, I sure as fuck didn't. You know, like oh shit, it's like oh it's this, you know, this big devil guy from Fantasia. I didn't see that coming. Most people, I doubt anybody did. So that was kind of cool. But here it's just like, oh yeah, of course we're gonna have Chernobog. You know, like half of the coolness from the Kingdom Hearts 1 with Chernobog was the surprise. Like, oh shit, you know, it's this guy. Not see that coming. Yeah, I love the music here. God, I hate these fish guys and that stupid beam attack that one's doing. I hate that crap. And they like flounder about and they're like invincible when they do that. I don't know, it's stupid. Yeah, here. I don't know, I don't like that crap. Yeah, gotta watch out for the thunderclouds. Don't smack right into them like an idiot. Ooh, royal cake. Yeah, and actually we're almost done with Sora's part. I think we just gotta get through this. Yeah, just the next screen over is this. Yeah, right here. This is yeah, this is based off the like. I think it was like with the centaurs and like Zeus. Yeah, Zeus being an asshole. I think Dionysus was partying with centaurs or something. And yeah, and then like I forget what the Greek god, the one with rainbows. I want to say Iris or something like that, but I'm not sure if that's right. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem like it fits because Iris is all about eyes and stuff. Yeah, Iris is, eyes. Anyway, but the point is that, yeah, it's not very long because there's no real cutscenes after you, until you get to the sound idea. There's no cutscenes or really anything like that. So there's no interruptions of any kind. Like half of the worlds before were, kind of cutscenes. Like half, it took up like a third or half of each world visit. But here, it's, at the very beginning and at the very end, basically. Yeah, I can't believe Captain Pirates of the Caribbean World's coming back. I was surprised, because I thought Olympus Coliseum and then, like, Winnie the Pooh would be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure the 100 Acre Wood got leaked, but like it like leaked like there were no screenshot leaks. It was like I'm trying to think of the right word, just like components of the world, like textures and stuff or something like that, but we don't get to see them or something. I don't know. I think that leak said Monsters Inc. was gonna be in the game before it got announced, so I think it might be accurate. But I don't know, who knows. I would like to have 100 Acre Wood come back. You know, just saying, it's always a little bit fun. And also, yeah, again, so I just didn't expect Pirates of the Caribbean to come back because, yeah, because no one was like, oh, there won't really be any returning worlds aside from Olympus Coliseum. Yeah, but having Port Royal come back, yeah, that was a surprise. Wait, did I say Olympus Coliseum instead of Port Royal back there? I don't know. I meant to say Port Royal in terms of surprise back there, if that's what I said. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm a little bit disappointed they skipped 2 and went to 3 because I thought that was kind of a shitty movie, to be honest. Yeah, I wasn't really fond of Pirates of the Caribbean 3. I don't know, it felt like it went on too long. I really hated the Elizabeth Will subplot. I hate their romance. I hate that crap. There we go, sound idea already. We're like, what, 20 minutes in? Oh, now, wow, 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Dude, stop talking. This is a musical.
Why are you here?
Just attack him. Ugh. Talk to the hand, bitch.
Beautiful world, isn't it?
Well, yeah, he's not wrong.
Almost like a dream.
I mean, it kind of is, sort of.
Why are you following me around?
So does this world still exist somewhere, or... I don't know.
Or are you just assuming it's all part of your little...
Yeah, the whimsical music in the background kind of ruins any tension this scene might have.
And if you thought I was...
Oh, hey, man.
Then you're softer than they say.
Okay. What?
But this will all be over soon.
Thank God.
Just who are you people?
Yeah, we only got 2 more videos after this one. Splitting the world that never was in half. Oh, shit. Maybe he was never there to begin with. Oh, well, no need to ponder on that. I guess that's a sound idea. It's blank, but whatever. Yeah, the music sheet's blank. Oh, God, what the hell? Huh. I mean, alright. Oh yeah, and this is like another time where Riku and Sora like kind of help each other out in their worlds. It's weird. I'm still not entirely sure how it works, but
I guess we should try and put it.
because like they need like two sound ideas to open up the whatever, the music sheet book thing. Ooh, pretty lights. Yeah, but I guess I kind of like the world for its simplicity in a way, you know? But kind of how much they kind of screw up some of the other worlds, I don't know.
Is one sound idea?
I don't know, I guess like just taking a step back and making this world very simple is almost like a breath of fresh
I've got
air.
a friend out there who will help. He's always picking up the slack for me.
Wait, what? No, he's not. What are you talking about? You did all the fucking work in Kingdom Hearts 2. What are you even talking about? Now that is an interesting effect, but okay. Okay, stop, Sora. You don't know how to conduct. That's terrible.
We're all joining together to make even more powerful music.
And of course, it's playing the menu music for some reason, but whatever. I feel like it should play like a song for Fantasia, but whatever. Oh man, the power of music did the thing, or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. 2 forces are better than 1. Right, Riku?
I can't take this seriously with that Keyblade. I like the Knockout Punch Keyblade, or whatever the hell it's called, but it's just so goofy looking. I can't take it seriously.
I'll be fine. See you in a jiff.
I'll see you in exactly 1 GIF. Alright, now we just gotta fight the Spellican guy, and we're done. Yeah, not a lot of content to the world. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, you can go down the stairs and out to like the front little courtyard in front of Jensen's tower. There's nothing there, there's just some chests and dream eaters to train off of, but still, it's there. Yeah, one thing I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed there's not very many optional bosses in this game. It's just Julius, really. Like, even in the, you know, the HD remake, or, yeah, I guess you could call it a remake. It's more like a port with some updates, but whatever. either way, I'm a little bit disappointed they didn't add anything, any new bosses. Yeah, aside from like the graphical update, like most of the stuff they did was just like okay, 3DS has 2 screens and a touch screen and 2 screens. Gotta like reformat that for the PlayStation 4. That was like 90% of this, and the updated graphics. But aside from that, pretty much the only other thing they added was a couple new Dream Eaters. Yeah, but, I mean, I guess it isn't really a final mix, so I can't really be too mad about it. So, I mean, yeah, it doesn't say final mix anywhere, so I guess that's fair enough. Kind of like how Chain of Memories doesn't have anything new. Well, yeah, Chain of Memories, they basically built the game from the fucking ground up. So that's, pretty cool on itself. But aside from that, the only differences are like, their boss cards from, Kingdom Hearts 2 organization members you can find in the game. Yes, Spelkin is annoying. He likes to teleport around and like put up barriers and summon guys to attack you. It's really annoying. Thankfully, he doesn't summon bosses though. He just summons like those little broom guys. Well, I'm pretty sure he does at some point here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and speaking of final mixes, apparently they're not gonna have one for Kingdom Hearts 3. Which I'm glad, because in the, in this day and age with DLC and stuff, there's really no good excuse for that anymore. I'd rather just pay for some DLC, and yeah, I couldn't figure out I forgot how to get the menu back to the, there we go. Took me a minute to figure it out. Anyway, though, so yeah, apparently they won't have a final mix, or they don't have any plans on it, which I hope they keep. Like, I don't want to, buy a whole new $60 game again, like, in a couple months, I hope they just keep it on with DLC, and that's all they do. Oh, yeah, I had to switch Dream Eaters. I forgot how to get back to the regular menu. I was, like, pressing buttons and got to that Dream Eater switch menu. I don't know, because I'm a dummy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't think he even mentions the World Ends With You characters, even though he, defeated their Dream Eater for them. Let's see here. I'll see if they do, or if he does. No, I guess not. Hooray, we did it. We saved Mickey. Can I have that hat now? I want to use its magical powers.
Thanks, Sora.
Yeah, Sora gets back like, hey, Yen Sid, can I borrow that hat? It has cool powers. I want to use it. Yeah, I want to see Yen Sid doing something in terms of fighting. Like, I know he's not a Keyblade Master anymore. He's like kind of retired, but I don't know. It'd still be kind of cool to see him do something. Like, cast a magic spell, even. Just that would be enough for me, honestly. Like, someone tries to attack him in his tower, he just, like, waves his hand, and, like, a barrier appears and, like, knocks him away. Like, one of the organization members. He's just like, fuck off. Or he just, like, blasts light at them, like, ah, my eyes. Oh, anything, really. I don't care. Just something. Like, I'm not expecting, yeah, counterpoint. It's interesting looking. I'm not sure if I think I equip it after this, I think. I don't quite remember. But yeah, either way, it would be kind of cool to see Yen Sid actually, like, get up and do something. Like, I'm not expecting him to, like, don his Keyblade armor and, beat the crap out of Heartless with his Keyblade, but something. I don't know. Yeah, I probably didn't even need to use that drop decelerator, but, whatever. Let's go to Riku's side of things. Yeah, again, I really was kind of hoping they wouldn't include Frozen. Yeah, and they're doing this thing where they're new Princesses of Heart, apparently. I don't know why. That's really stupid. There's no reason to have new ones. But whatever. I mean, I guess like, oh, like none of the Princesses of Heart will have, corresponding worlds. But it's like, so what? Who cares? We don't need to have that, Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, it was only Alice and Jasmine who had their own worlds in the game. Belle, Aurora, Snow White, Belle. Wait, did I say Belle? anyway, like, you know, the other four, they didn't have, or Cinderella, they didn't have their worlds in Kingdom Hearts 1, but no one seemed to mind there. I know I didn't care. So no reason why, yeah, they can't include the original ones here, but whatever. Yeah, I'm especially kind of like, I'm just kind of struggling, like, in terms of the worlds that have been revealed, there's still 3 missing slots. Yeah, I can't really think of too many worlds that would work for anymore. I wouldn't mind a Princess in the Frog world. That would be kind of nice. That would get us another princess. I think they like specifically said that Moana will not be in the game. Like it got released too late. I don't know. Even then, she's not even really a princess, but you know, she's the chief's daughter. It's not quite the same. Well, then again, Belle wasn't a princess at the time of Kingdom Hearts 1, so I suppose that's fair. Yeah, she was still dating the Beast, so technically she wasn't even a princess, really. Ah, still, I don't know how I got gold out of that, but whatever. Uh-oh. Somebody wet the bed. Oh, now his socks are gonna get all wet.
Strange.
Nothing worse than wet socks. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm not too fond of the whole, like, new Princesses of Heart thing. Like, I'm kind of thinking, like, how the fuck are they gonna justify it within the game, you know? Like are the princesses are the old ones fucking dead or something? Like, oh yeah, they all died, so we've got new ones. It seems dumb. I don't know. I guess just to make all the new princesses relevant, I guess, or like more relevant to the plot. I don't know. I have to admit, part of it is I just don't want like Elsa and Anna to be relevant to the main plot because I don't like those two. But whatever. I like Rapunzel though; she's okay. Yeah, I have to admit, a lot of the newer Disney films, I feel like they kind of lost their magic. Like Wreck-It Ralph, Rapunzel, Frozen, Zootopia. Like 2 out of those 4 films, I just fucking hated. I hated Zootopia and Frozen. Wreck-It Ralph was okay, and Tangled was okay. Big Hero 6, it was okay. You know, like yeah, a lot of the movies, and it just didn't really work out too well.
Tell me what will.
Don't know about The Incredibles 2. Haven't seen that. Or Coco.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant to go see Incredibles 2 because you know how Disney is with their sequels, so I'm a little bit hesitant. You know, I'm going to actually see it. Oh yeah, and also Mickey is back again. It's just the same shit, really. Go get a sound idea and rescue Mickey.
Leave it to me.
Except here we get to fight Chernobog instead of Spelkin. Yep. Yeah, so yeah, again, not really too fond of the... Yeah, again, like, a lot of the Disney movies, I just don't think they did too well on. Like, recently. Yeah, and... Yeah, surprise, surprise, all those films are 3D. I loved Moana, though. I thought that was pretty great. But aside from that, like, a lot of the, like, 3D movies, I don't know. The ones I've seen, at least. Like, I haven't seen Coco. I hesitant to see Incredibles 2 because of how Disney can be with their sequels, you know. I wouldn't mind having an Incredibles world in Kingdom Hearts. Now that Pixar is officially on the table, I wouldn't mind having the Incredibles be a part of things. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool, you know, like there'd be so many like different things you could do, like having Mr. Incredible and Mrs. Incredible as your partner, as your like companions. Like they could have like really interesting limits, you know, especially Helen, you know, with her stretchy abilities. And yeah, Bob could probably do something with his strength, like he could like pick up Sora and like throw him at the enemies or something. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. And Helen can do some cool stuff with her Elastigirl powers, you know. Wouldn't mind that. Yeah, a lot of Pixar movies I just don't think would really work as Kingdom Hearts worlds. Like Bug's Life probably wouldn't really work out. Wasn't exactly the most well received movie. Yeah, I don't think people hated it, but it wasn't. It's not exactly like a Toy Story, you know, in terms of how much people like it, you know. And then like Up wouldn't work too well because like none of the characters can like help you fight. The main villain's just like, you know, crippled old man, yeah, crotchety old man with a cane, and like his minions are all dogs. I'm not sure if Disney would want you going around beating up dogs, domesticated dogs, with the Keyblade. You know, yeah, it probably wouldn't work out too well. Cars would be really weird, and it doesn't have. Yeah, the Cars series doesn't have exactly the most. It's not exactly the most beloved of Pixar's films. You know, Ratatouille wouldn't work out too well. I mean, we do have that minigame in Twilight Town. That's, you know, a good way of getting around that. WALL-E, I would not mind WALL-E, but I'm just not sure how well that would work. Because, you know, WALL-E and Eve, you know, they like all their dialogue is basically just saying their own names or each other's names, and then like 2 or 3 other words. You know, directive, you know, plant. You know, like they don't really say much. And none of the other characters are really all that interesting, really. And neither is the villain. But, yeah. Well, then again, neither was Sid. He wasn't exactly the most or yeah, like, Toy Story didn't really have, like, the most interesting villains either. But we're getting a world there, so, hey, there we go. Like, Sid wasn't exactly the most compelling villain. Or, like, what was it? Stinky Pete or whatever. And then lots of hugging. The hugging guy, the teddy bear. Lots of hugging, or whatever his name was. Then like him. I really don't like the surprise villains like that. Or I guess it wasn't too bad with him, because at least it was like before midway through the movie. Yeah, and here's Lord Kiru gonna beat him. Like in Zootopia and like Frozen, like you didn't know who the villain was until like the last like 10 minutes. At least with like the lots of hugging guy, he revealed himself as the villain like halfway through, so that wasn't too bad. Not as bad as, you know, Hans or that sheep secretary whose name I can't even remember because she was so boring. Yeah, not a fan of Zootopia. It was pretty bad. Yeah. Or Frozen. Pretty bad movies, gotta say. Anyways, yeah, I know I'm not really talking about the world too much, but I mean, let's be perfectly honest, there's not much to really talk about. Like, I already mentioned how, like, the scenery, like, it has good scenery that, you know, looks very nice. The whole, like, no vocals during battle thing is really nice. Yeah, see, there's no cutscene for when you even beat Lord Kiru. You just get the recipe and that's it. Yeah, I like the musical thing, or, like, their battle cries aren't, are missing, and, like, there's musical beats whenever you hit the opponent. Like, I like the world, there's just not much to talk about with it, you know, that's the thing. So I'm just trying to fill out the empty space with other relevant stuff. Let's see, what other Pixar movies? Okay, like Ratatouille wouldn't work, Up wouldn't work, Cars probably wouldn't. Yeah, Sora as a car, ugh, that's a cursed image if I can ever think of one, you know. And again, it's not exactly the most well-received series, you know, Cars. Let's see, what other Pixar movies are there? Incredibles, I think it would definitely work. We already had Toy Story, Monsters Inc. Monsters University wouldn't work out because it's in the past. What else? Yeah, those are like probably. I don't know. What other Pixar movies are there? Let's see. Like I should probably know those off the top of my head. Pixar films. Let's see. Let's go through. Inside Out. I don't know. I never watched that. I don't really care to. Let's see. Finding Nemo again probably wouldn't work out too well. No, it just doesn't seem like I don't know. It just doesn't seem like things will work out too well. Good Dinosaur. Didn't watch that. Never bothered to. And then Inside Out. Never watched that. And I don't know. Didn't seem like it would be very good, so I just skipped it. Brave. Brave was a Pixar film? I thought it was a Disney film. Yeah, not very fond of Brave. It was kind of forgettable, really. Like it was there. It did its job. It wasn't terrible, but it was very forgettable for me. It's like whenever I see like hear people talk about it, or like I saw the princess of that movie whose name I can't even fucking remember in that Wreck-It Ralph 2 preview, I'm like, oh yeah, that exists. Brave, that's a thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Wreck-It Ralph Summon, that's interesting. I hope we don't get a Wreck-It Ralph World. I mean, let's be honest, it wouldn't, like pretty much the only good parts of Wreck-It Ralph were the video game cameos, let's be honest here. Like, I didn't like Wreck-It Ralph, really, and the sequel looks fucking terrible. Like, it just looks like it's just Disney jerking itself off, you know? Look at all this Disney crap. Look, we own the Muppets, and Marvel, and all this crap, and Pixar. Look at all this stuff we have. It's just kind of them jerking themselves off, you know? And it doesn't seem to have much of a plot, except let's go into the internet because of reasons. Yep, like from the preview, we have no idea like what the movie's about aside from just them going into the internet because of reasons. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be good. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip out on that. I didn't even like the first movie very well, so the sequel probably isn't gonna do much to entertain me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and not even bother. Yeah, and then Brave, like I guess Brave would work, I suppose. It's just I think, yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of people, it was kind of I don't think it's even just me. I think a lot of people find it forgettable. Like, I don't hear people talk about it even when it came out, I didn't hear people talk about it very often. So I don't know if like, it's in really high demand, but I suppose that doesn't really matter. They're gonna get desperate for Disney World eventually, you know? Like, like with Kingdom Hearts 3, they're probably gonna use up some of the very last of the Disney Worlds that would actually work. Like, some of the only ones that haven't been announced yet that I could think of would be Moana, which I know isn't going to be in 3 because the whole, you know, it was released too late or something. Like Moana, Jungle Book. I mean, apparently Square has good ideas for that because they try to get into the series 3 times, so they must have something good there. The Incredibles, and then like Princess and the Frog. Like those are like some of the only ones I can think of that haven't been announced yet that I could think would actually work very well. Like I guess they could probably like squeeze something out of some of the older films like Dumbo or Bambi, but I just don't really see how it would work out too well, those movies, you know? They're not bad movies, I just think they would make bad worlds, or they just don't have enough substance to make a Kingdom Hearts world out of them, but that's just me. Yeah, again, that's just my opinion on it. I just don't think those movies would make very good worlds. Not sure they will work out too well. Like, Bambi's not a bad film, but like a good 40 minutes of it is just cute, you know, Disney animals prancing around the forest being cute Disney animals. Like, until Bambi's mom gets shot, that's pretty much the entire plot of the film. You know? Bambi himself isn't exactly the most interesting character. There's not too many other characters to really work off of. And they're all animals, for one thing. Yeah, like, I guess Sora would have to turn into a deer? I don't know. Because I feel like there should always be a really good reason for Sora to become, like, change shape. Like, with Toy Story, I guess it's the only way it could possibly work, but it still doesn't work out too well. Like, it's not like the world is ruled by toys, so why would they become toys, you know? Like, in universe, you know? Like, oh, world order, but it's like, okay, but toys don't rule the world, so why don't we just become humans and just not be in this house or something, you know? But it made sense with, like, Halloween Town, because, you know, regular humans walking around would be weird. It worked with Atlantica, because they're at the bottom of the ocean. It worked with, what else? What others? Well, Pirates of the Caribbean, I have to admit, though, the costume change is completely needless, but the costume change for the Caribbean and Kingdom Hearts 3 looks really cool. I loved Sora's pirate costume there. It's awesome. I have to admit. What other costume changes have there been? I know there had to have been at least one more, right? Oh yeah, the Tron world, I guess they didn't really have to have it, but I guess it kind of fit well. I don't know. Hello. Oh no. The budget ran out, so everything's just black now. Yeah, Square ran out of budget, so they just had to get rid of the backgrounds. Huh. There we go, Night on Bald Mountain. Yeah, again, not as good as it was in Kingdom Hearts 1, but I think fans would have probably been pretty pissed if they didn't include Chernobog in the Fantasia world, you know? I had to kind of agree. I would rather have a crappy Chernobog than no Chernobog. Xehanort, quick! Throw the ring into the volcano! Hurry! Before it's too late.
Yes. The boy chosen by the Keyblade. Riku.
What?
What?
It was yours.
Riku, stop copying me.
Wasn't it?
Was this ever established before this game that Riku was the original was originally chosen by the Keyblade? It just got passed down to Sora. Was that established before this game? I don't think it was. I don't quite remember. I don't think it was. I think that was the first we ever heard of it.
But I'm here to change all of that.
Yeah, you could attack young Xehanort right now. Just saying.
Performed predictably. although on a grander scale than I imagined.
If you're feeling so chatty, let's skip to where you reveal what this is all about.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Riku. Yeah, and then he's on fire now.
I don't know how you did
Or he
it,
should be, at least.
but you really have found a way to trap darkness inside your heart. And a boy who's immune to darkness is of no use to us.
Hmm.
Well, there's some good
Wonder what that means.
Your abyss awaits.
Excuse me? Okay, go get him, Satan. Here's Chernobog. Yeah, and the whole fight is a fucking dive sequence. You know, like, really? Like, why couldn't they just have me fight him like, you know, like we did in Kingdom Hearts 1? Like, it still would have felt a little bit less epic, or I hesitate to use that word, epic. It would have been a little bit less surprising and, like, grand feeling, but it still would have been better than a fucking dive sequence. Especially because of this, Chernobog goes down in 3 hits. So it kind of feels a little anticlimactic, a little lame. But it's also kind of cool that he's throwing fireballs at you, he's summoning fire pillars, he summons the ghosts to attack you. No harpies with nipples, though. Can't have that now. But I guess they tried. You know, they at least tried. I guess I can't really you know, ask for more than that. You know. Still lame that's in a dive sequence, but they tried to make it as good as they could. So I guess I gotta give them props for that. And again, like even with what I've been saying about Chernobog, even I probably been like, yeah, like if they didn't include him, I still probably been like, really, no Chernobog? They could have done something here. So like, even though, like I said before, like it feels cheaper than it does in Kingdom Hearts 1, I still probably would have preferred to just have him here than just not include him at all. Feels like a waste, you know. And the ghosts will drain you of health if you let them linger on you. And of course, you get knocked back farther and farther each time, which is a little annoying. Oh well, not as annoying as the Holy Moly fight. There we go. Yeah, I'm not really sure how much like these like these white ghosts. I'm not sure if they're like do more damage than the black ones or whatever. I'm not really sure. Or if they're like harder to get off. I don't really know if they're like very different or anything. Yeah, I love Night on Bald Mountain. That was my favorite Fantasia little musical piece, you know. I mean, it's the one that I remember the most, so I guess that, you know, that says a lot. Yeah, almost died here. I think I just managed to beat him without fucking dying. There we go. Yeah, again, 3 hits take him down. It's a little bit lame, but whatever. Yeah, I know. I realize I spent half of this video not even talking about fucking Fantasia. I realize this, but I just kind of had to get this crap off my chest with the whole E3 thing. Because again, this is the first video I've done commentary for since E3 since we got E3. So yeah, I remember before I was saying like, oh yeah, it might come out just after E3 happens, but it's gonna come out weeks afterward.
Can we try out that sound idea?
Yeah, I was busy with stuff, so I couldn't really do too much stuff for my channel, so whatever. Was busy with real life stuff. Oh god, he's doing it too. He looks ridiculous. It looks more ridiculous with Riku. And also he's just very bad at, you know, conducting like that. It doesn't look good. Yeah, and again, I'm not too sure why it's like only some worlds have the whole like Sora and Riku can like they can like interfere with stuff going on in the other guy's world and help out. I'm not really sure how this works exactly, but whatever. I kind of give it up on trying to figure out how the dream world stuff works. I just don't really care anymore. I don't think even Nomura fucking knows. Well, isn't that just pretty? Yep, that's it. And then I think we got one more cutscene with Axel after this. Yep, not gonna call him Lee. Again, I'm not gonna call any of the organization members by their somebody names. I'm just gonna call them by their nobody names. More used to it.
Well, what happened?
Sora.
Sora?
I hate this crap. Like, oh, like even though he doesn't like know who Sora is, he still kind of remembers him in his heart somehow for some reason. I don't know.
What do you know? Riku and Sora, the sound ideas you two set free, joined together. And when they did, they made a great and powerful harmony.
I see. Mickey ships Sora and Riku together. I
You
see.
find the brightest part of anything and pull off miracles like there's nothing to it.
No, you just kind of suck.
It's pretty
That's
hard
all.
not to.
Yeah, Riku and Mickey were wandering around for an entire year and didn't take out a single organization member. They just suck.
Like so much fun, but I bet he's got you to thank for that. Having such a good friend means he could really enjoy it.
Wait, what?
It's like each of you is holding on to a little part of the other.
I guess.
They're always in tune, so they're free to sing.
Okay, just stop. You're forcing this too much. Just stop it.
Part of the team someday.
Oh, jeez. Gee, I sure hope we could be. Oh God.
Trust me.
Just kiss you two. You'd be like, gee, I'm sure we'll be good buddies someday in the future. It's like, oh God, stop. Like they probably think they're so fucking clever. Like, oh man, Riku, oh man, I bet we'll be good buddies one day. It's like, yeah, get it? Because that's what happens. Like, again, I bet they were really patting themselves on the back. They're like, yeah, we're so clever. Like, just stop. Like in Days when Axel's like, hey, remember Xemnas' name? You're never gonna forget that. Wink, wink. Like, you could practically just imagine them turning to the camera and be like, that is foreshadowing. Hello? Line?
Master Yen.
Okay.
Gosh, do you think he'll be able to?
That
do it?
silence was suffocating almost. My beard seems to think so.
Teach a cat to bark. But
Okay.
three good fairies are aiding him in a place that's more temporally flexible.
Whatever the fuck that means.
My hope is that he can at least learn to.
And of course we're talking about Axel. Ugh.
Has fire. So
Get
as
it?
long
'Cause,
as he learns now,
Get it? Because Axel uses fire. Get it? That's so clever.
Oh,
Fucking shoot me in the head right now.
But what about Sora and
Yeah, the important ones, Sora and Riku.
if we are running on the assumption Xehanort knew what we were planning,
Xehanort knows all. He is omnipresent.
need to have been there. Back in the very place and time when the Destiny Islands were lost to darkness.
He kind of was.
Sora and Riku would have been beyond his reach.
For some reason, still not sure. This time travel stuff is very overly
Do
complex.
you really think it's possible?
Like, they made it way more complex than it needed to be.
No, as
Like, oh, you can't have your body travel back in time, and you had to have been there at that time period to travel there. Like, did it have to be that needlessly complex? Just let time travel work like it should. You go from point B to point A. You know, that's all you gotta have it do.
his whole body.
You know, instead of A to B because you're traveling back in time. Get it?
Oh,
Yeah, like time travel by itself isn't a bad like thing to put in your series. It's just if you do it poorly or make it too needlessly complex with too many rules, it kind of starts to fall apart, you know?
No, it cannot be. Could he be that cunning? Possess that kind of foresight?
It turns out he just had the copy of the game series script. That's how he knows all this crap.
Help Sora and Riku out.
How? You cannot enter the world of a dream. Where will
Fucking watch him, bitch. He's Mickey Goddamn Mouse. He'll do whatever he wants.
Then they won't stay in the dream worlds forever.
Can't they just wake them up?
Eventually, they're gonna reappear somewhere that we can go reach them.
So are Sora and Riku like off in another room sleeping, or can't they just wake them
The
up?
hearts.
I don't know.
Find the way. That's something Master Aqua told me once.
Yeah, remember her? Yeah, I kind of haven't mentioned her for about like what 5 games.
We're going too.
Ah, fellas, you're my best pals. But this time, I really do need to go it alone.
Like that's gonna
The
stop
dangers are
them.
Greater than anything we've ever faced before. If something were to happen to Sora and Riku and me, why, you'll be the only ones left to keep this world safe.
Well, we're fucked. Shit. So basically, what you're saying is, if you 3 fail, the world is screwed.
able to locate Sora?
What about fucking Yen Sid? He really can't do anything at all? Again, I know he's retired, but come on. I seriously want to see him do something, Kingdom Hearts 3. A magic spell, a wave of the hand, something. Some sort of combat-oriented action of some sort. You know? But that's just me. But that's it for all the Disney worlds. Just those 5. Kind of underwhelming, huh? And next we'll be starting on The World Never Was. And I will see you then.